Hello everyone, how are y'all doing? My name is Trevon from freestudiotime.com, and today I'm going to show you how to thicken up your vocals in a mix. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So there is a plethora of different methods we can use in order to thicken up our vocals. One of the main ones I like to use is first a vocal doubler. So as the name suggests, a vocal doubler makes a detuned double of our vocal recordings we can manipulate on all sides of the stereo image. Adding this alone can sometimes solve majority of your problems when it comes to thin, intimate vocals. This plugin is about 30 bucks on Waves, but if you prefer to not use a doubler because of the money, there's also a way to make a vocal double without buying, but you're adding an extra 10 or 15 minutes to your mixing time. I'll save that for another video though. Let me show you the power of the Waves doubler in the meantime. So I'm in one of the songs that I've recently mixed. Let me open up my doubler and I'm just going to show you how it works, how it looks like. All right, everyone, so here goes my vocal doubler. So if you come over here, this is all these sides of the stereo image. Over here is the left hand side, the right hand side, and this is the center image. And if you're wondering why I took out the center image, I want you to think about all three sides I just mentioned of the stereo image. Think about where your vocal recording is inside of that stereo image, right? Your vocal recording is in the center. So the best thing to do in order to get this thing to sound as clear as possible and get it to sound exactly how you want it to, take out the center image and have both the left hand and the right hand side of the stereo image with two doubles of our voice detuned down. It's just gonna make everything sound fuller. We turn this down in the mix, and that's how we get that great finished result out of this vocal doubler. All right, everyone, if you come over here and look, you'll see our doubler EQ. So this is pretty much the exact same thing as what you would see in an EQ, but we just don't need to make as much adjustments. This is for our low end. Make sure you take out the low end a little bit. Add that high shelf filter for the high end. And sometimes I like to use this doubler for not just thickening up my vocals, but for adding some special effects. Like there's a special effect I really like to use on here called dark fader. I'm gonna let you hear how it sounds with my regular settings and with dark fader, the one I really like to use a lot. Hold on. I don't ever want to make you feel like you should run from me, and the person I'm becoming I just can't believe, but I don't ever want to make you feel like you should run from me. Don't. Yeah, so it's really nice for thickening up those vocals, especially when it's just on the right and left hand side. Here's another thing I like to use with it too, and after this we can move on to the next thing. I like to throw on a where are we? I like to throw on this preset dark fader. It is so nice. What I like to do in this one, I wouldn't suggest you use this on the vocal bus though. Maybe use it for like a specific take to make that take pop out more. But if I'm using something like this, it creates a deeper vocal double and it sounds kind of mysterious on certain parts, where it makes certain parts stick out a lot. And when used correctly, it sounds really good. But whenever I'm using this, I always take out the high end, because if I don't, I notice that the actual vocal double kind of sounds like it's clashing with the frequencies in my voice, and I hate that a lot. And I was thinking, okay, if I'm having all these issues and I'm using the same adjustments that I use for my normal vocal double, why don't I just take that out with a high end with the low pass filter and see how it sounds like. Let's listen to it. Here we go. Hush and breathe. I'm becoming, I just can't believe, but I don't ever want to make you feel like you should run
from A, don't run.
So another way you can thicken up your vocals is, wait for it, EQ. When it comes to frequency issues, especially with things like timid vocals, you should always think of checking your EQ first. How I thicken up vocals within my EQ is by going to my low end and adding anywhere under a decibel of gain right by my high pass filter. So let's go do just that. So I'm using my second EQ in my vocal bus. So there's no low pass filter. I don't like to add another low pass filter in my second EQ because it makes things sound weird. But this just gives me the luxury of showing you with a bit more ease. I'm going to add this little hump right here from anywhere around 140 to about 160 hertz. Actually, I think I'm going to go for about 160 hertz. So let's get right into it. All right, everyone, I'm going to let you hear how it sounds with it on versus with it off. Really, kind of thickens up the vocals just a tad bit, not to the point where it's overwhelming, but to the point where it sits really nicely in the mix, makes everything sound a bit more fuller. So
Hush and breathe. I don't ever wanna make you feel like you should run from me. And the person I'm becoming, I just can't believe. But I don't ever wanna make you feel like you should run from me. Don't run from me. Intermission.
So third way to thicken up your vocals is by making a few stacks. So if you're an artist working on your own song and there's a certain part you feel like needs to shine more in the mix, record that take maybe 1, 2, or even 3 times. Make sure that all the takes aren't perfect, because the discrepancies between the stacks for the vocal take and the original vocal take is what will make the perception of that take seem fuller. The two options you have for mixing stacks is, 1, adding them to your vocal bus and turning them down in the mix until you get your desired sound, or you can make an entirely separate bus dedicated to your vocal stacks. All right, everyone, if you're interested in learning how to make your song sound better right now for free, click the link in the description of this video and I will show you step by step how to make your songs better with stock plugins. Yes, I said it, stock plugins, the one that you have inside of your DAW right now. Click the link in my bio. If you all got a lot of value out of this video, click thumbs up, hit subscribe. I'll catch you on the next time.